Info 92.3 PH. And let us know what your thoughts are in reaction to headlines from the news or the ones I'm about to take now on the Vanguard. The lead one here says minimum wage. Let each state negotiate what it can pay governors. It's a fantastic idea. I think this would have worked if different states control their economies. I think this would have made sense. Perhaps the governors would also have to look at it. Does rice in Rivers State cost lesser than it would in Delta State, or more than it would in Edo State? Is rent in Rivers State different from what it would cost in the FCT or in Lagos or in Bayelsa? Because the last time I checked, what rent is in Bayelsa is what it is in Port Harcourt. And then you'd wonder, is the economy in Port Harcourt and in Bayelsa the same thing? Because the cost of Gary in Bayelsa is the same thing, the cost of Gary in Port Harcourt. So if it was something like we have in the United States, where different states the governors have some level of control with the economy and the policies where the economy is, then we can maybe that would work. But let's wait and see. Time will tell. Cost of healthy diet rises 32% in 5 months. That's also on the Vanguard newspaper. And this one says, we have a problem. Democrats in aggressive panic over Biden's debate performance. I mean, that happened yesterday. And Nigeria's cryptocurrency market worth over $400 million. SEC DG. Plus, alleged money laundering. Why I want EFCC to try me in Kogi. Ex-Governor Bello. All of these are headlines from the Vanguard newspaper. We'll take a very short commercial now. When we come back, we'll touch on a few more headlines on the Punch newspaper, and then we open the phone lines. Lines on the Punch newspaper this morning. If you haven't joined us on Facebook, we are streaming live. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Like the page, go to the live stream. Don't forget to drop your comments. Now you basically have no excuse. You can listen and watch the Morning Crossfire from anywhere you are in the world. Not just the Morning Crossfire, every other show that we put up here on Nigeria Info, you can watch online on Facebook. On X, it is Nigeria Info PH. On YouTube, it is Nigeria Info PH. On the Punch newspaper, it says Nicki Minaj congratulates Davido Chioma. This one says federal government rolls out 1 trillion naira palliative massive construction projects. Are we still in the palliative business? Cholera. Federal government eyes vaccine donations as cases hit 1,579. I mean, just yesterday, I was surprised that we still did not invest in vaccines for cholera, which is not a new thing in this country. But again, we seem as though we are ill prepared to tackle things like this. And I mean, think about it. We might overcome this now and still not see the need to invest in research to develop vaccines that we would have in this country, that we put ourselves in a position where when other countries in Africa are in need of this, as the, in quotes, giant of Africa that we say we are, we should be able to donate vaccines to them. NNPC to boost the economy with $4 billion gas projects. All of that you would find on the Punch newspaper. And one more, ICYMI. Tinubu approves 50,000 naira grant, 155 billion naira food package for households. How? This, I would let you say the rest. I can't say too much. Let's go to the phone lines. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Please, let's keep it very short and straight to the point. We'll start with Uche Ken from Ichie. Good morning.
Yes, Andrew. Presidential 1 trillion naira palliative. This one shocked me. If this is a way to go, if this will reduce the suffering of the masses, I believe it is a good one. But if it will not, the federal government should look for something else also to do to better our lives. And group called the Elders criticized the Governor Fubara over explosion. On his speech, Eda Emeka Nwoku and Eda Olaka Nwogu turned how a peaceful walk that did not get to presidential hotel started with the explosion that happened at the presidential hotel. And Emeka said something. He said the work that have never started today started from the other people, I mean the Simplify supporters. And it looks as if Wike does not have people. I believe it was correct because I was also shouting on that. All this talk about Sawana work, this other work for sin, that it does not mean that Wike does not have supporters, if you will remember. That is not my problem. My problem is this. It is so far to indicate a victim that was responsible for that explosion. That same energy too would have also been channeled to find out who was responsible in an assembly complex explosion. See, today the state government have never done any or made any effort to find out who was responsible for that. Where are we?
All right, Uche Ken.
Conclusively, the cities making round the globe, making round the news, mainly Chijoki Hungo. I believe they should take it easy because they knew that they are illegal. The one in the chair, I know he cannot do anything because he understood the illegality surrounding it.
All right, let's go to Buguma. Thank you, Uche Ken. George is on the line.
These people should allow us.
Hello, George. Good morning.
Yes, Andrew, good morning.
Go ahead.
Andrew, I'm looking at congratulating my brothers in Asar Toro, the Simplicity movement, heavily led by Chief Subumabo. Jack Chris. This is a pragmatic leader, one of the illustrious sons of Calabari land. And it was like a dream come true to me because I was expecting him, because he is a man of truth who will always stand in the path of truth, to actually come on the side of the governor of Rivers State. This is a true just son. A just sons, we are known for standing by our own. I want to congratulate him so much. And I also want to look at the elders coming out on the street to say that they are only coming to show that the former governor still have people. We are asking how many of them, because the last time I checked, all the GBI members and the ATCO front runners, they are all we are outnumbered by simplicity in the state. So I don't know.
All right, George.
Only blaming the president of this country, because my brother.
George, thank you very much. Your point has been made. We have to move on now to Temple in Echie. Thank you, George. We have to move on. Temple, good morning. Please, let's keep it very short. Good morning. Go on.
In as much as I'm concerned, that 1 trillion naira palliative, it's not the best way to go, because the last one we had never had any meaningful impact to Nigerians. Those politicians over there, will assume the poorest of the poor and hold all those things to themselves. For me, I want to appeal to the federal government under President Tinubu to receive from this kind of, unprofitable venture. It is an unprofitable one to Nigerians. Look at what Senator Bosse Lakwadi was telling us. It's assumed that this Senate is the one under his watch, that they are ready to approve if the president, requests for a presidential debt. And Nigerians are clamoring for the refineries to work. Still, they pay debt there to the units of Nigerians and the suffering Nigerians are passing through. It's indeed a very sad one. But the very distinguished Femi Andrew, I want to tell you for sure, Olakan Woku, I want to also remind him that the River State House of Assembly, led by Oko Jumbo, is doing that needful in ensuring that they checkmate the activities of the executive. I also want to let him know that the leadership of the caretaker committee in River State, look at Darlington Orji, Dido Kegunwo, and Barrister Nguba Osamri, they are all hitting the ground running, ensuring that they are ready to move forward. I tell you, the capacity chairman of the local government.
All right, Temple, thank you very much. Now to Rumo Kuta. Chima, good morning.
Okay, Mr. Andrew, good morning. Yes, Chima Dike.
Go on, Chima.
Yeah, this matter about this explosion that happened in Rumukuta after the Port Harcourt Aba Road after this peaceful demonstration. Mr. Andrew, let us not be making things as if we don't know what is happening. You cannot tell me people that are doing a peaceful protest will still equip themselves to the level of carrying an explosive to explode an environment where they are agitating that this place is their own. If you check very well, you will see that after the demonstration has finished, people were dispatching before will I say dynamite got exploded. Now, if people that are doing demonstration were they inside the car demonstrating, they were walking on legs. But this thing exploded inside the car. Mr. Andrew, let me make you understand. I am suspecting that it is the simplified movement people that did this. And now, if you look at very well, it depends on the person that led this administration is Barrister George Aloro. Have you met that man in person before? A very modest person. He cannot involve himself in any illegality. Barrister George Aloro, when I listened the speeches there, as long as Barrister George Aloro is there, local government chairman, he's not a man that put himself in anything evil. So, most people are saying that why has the Commissioner of Police not communicated with the Governor of Rivers State, Governor Tim Fuba? How will you communicate with a man that does not have secrecy, that cannot keep to his words? The Commissioner of Police is doing a very wonderful work in Rivers State.
All right, Chima.
Allow him.
Thank you. Let's go to Alele 1. Stanley's on the line. All right, Stanley, good morning. Let's hear from you now. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yes, I want to align myself with what Senator Olakawogu said, if I may, I was part of those who did that peaceful protest. That peaceful protest started from a Rumeme Civic Center, and we terminated at the People's Club, which is in Rumola. There was never a time we went to a presidential this in a hotel. So I don't know why somebody will be linking that protest to the explosion that occurred. We had on ground the channel reporters, Arise TV reporters, and other TV stations, both radio stations in this state. They were a part of that protest. So I don't know. It's really laughable that the governor will just come up and conclude. Even if I may ask, is the governor commissioner of police? Is he a policeman that he just concluded investigation and gave a verdict that it was the people that did that protest that detonated the explosion that occurred that day? It's really laughable. Come to think of it, the governor is even the one causing problem in the state. Assuming he has conducted local government election before now, all these problems going on in this state won't go on. He had all the time to conduct election. Can we run a caretaker governor in this state? Can we run a caretaker president in this country? No. Each time I listen to people, they say tenure elongation is an aberration. Is caretaker not an aberration? It's an aberration as well. So
okay, Stanley, let's go. Let's hear from Alfred Mobula quickly now before we take messages on Facebook and WhatsApp. So, Alfred, over to you, and then we'll go to Abua where Mobula is on the line. Hello, Alfred.
Andrew, thank you, Andrew. Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Andrew, when you talk about the criticism by Rivers elders, Andrew, you see, elders are known for their wisdom, and elders should criticize wisely. That is what makes them elders. But I didn't see any wisdom in their criticism because these people refuse to face the fact. Governor Fubara identified that there was a detonation of the dynamite. Now, the question is, was there detonation? Was there anything related to a dynamite detonation in Rivers State? The answer is yes. Now, when did this happen? As a result of the protest by the former chairman of the various local governments. So Governor Fubara is right. And I didn't hear Governor Fubara mention one name, but he alleged that they are sponsored. So why are they relating it to former Governor Nisowike? That is to say that Governor Fubara might be right to an extent that since they have alleged that he is a former Governor Nisowike. So Governor Fubara is right that he's the one sponsoring all of these things. But even they know that is why they could without wasting time come out on air to get a press release. So elders should think and reason like elders. For these people are not elders at all. Thank you.
All right, Alfred, thank you. And just to also clarify, the governor did not say that the FCT minister, like you rightly said, he did not mention any name. So, and then in the same breath, you were trying to contradict yourself. So just to clarify that, nobody's name was mentioned or accused. The governor is the chief security officer of the state, yes, and that means he's privy to information that we would never know, might never know. And that's a fact. We can't take that away. And there are things that he would know more as chief security officer because a lot of people are reporting and giving information to him. So he did not mention any name or say anybody did that. He only alleged that, well, from what he got, these people were sponsored to do this to create the idea that there is unrest in the state. We can only take one more call, and that will be Mobula's call from Abua. Unfortunately, Chuko Emeka from Elelemo, we don't have all the time. We can't attend to that one. Mobula, good morning, quickly.
Morning.
Go ahead. Yes.
I want to comment on the Darling Pinogy renaming the Omagua International Market. I want to say that it's a very wrong step to take. Because if you look at it very well, as we speak, there is no light in his own community, own border, in Ano. He should look into other meaningful things to do. Renaming of the market, pass through procedures in law. And as we speak now, there is a controversy in the council, and there are no elected councillors to legislate on that matter to rename a market. So you should go back to the drawing board to look for meaningful things to do. Then saying that Wike is not is a former leader is totally wrong. Wike is a respected leader in this state, and he should be accorded that recognition, despite political differences. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right. On Facebook, quickly, let's hear Bekel Menigbo has a few things to say, and he says, good morning. Everything in the state that has to do with human empowerment is completely crippled because of this political crisis. Gifting serums, okay. Omagwa Bushmeat Market to be renamed after a hunter. Wisdom Direct, and Wisdom are rare. Onyekachi, that came in from you. Ferdinand Nwodo says the same men that are coming out to condemn what the governor said about attempt explosion. If that explosion had happened, this same men would have been shouting that the state is not safe. Okay, and I think that's too much we can take. Unfortunately, we can't take messages on WhatsApp because we don't have all the time. Let's go for a commercial now, and then the business news follows afterwards.